Okay. Good afternoon, wonderful people. It's fun. Art time is fun time. All right, now I have a new dashboard. And I'm a little confused as to what is happening right now. All right. Okay, there we go. I found it. I feel so excited. All right. So everything has moved around on Twitch, and it's a little bit confusing as to what is happening and what exactly, where I'm going to see everyone's chats. But it's a really cool new dashboard for creators. Like now there's an actual button to rate a channel. I'm so excited. I won't forget anymore. MJ Good, thank you for the follow. Hello, River Dragon. Okay, guys, I apologize immensely if I really am not getting this right for the first little while. But we're going to do our best here and figure this out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was working on this page yesterday. Then I stopped working on it, went to cook dinner, and this morning, and for most of today, actually all of today, I've been working on reading the framed ink book because I feel like I really shouldn't go forward on the interiors until I read that book. But I'm also working on getting the rest of the pages prepared for final sketches and transferring to board. Since I have given them a little bit of time, like I stopped doing interiors while I was at New York Comic Con, I have changed some of my plans. I've revisited some of the pages. I'm trying to do some things to make them better. And so there are some adjustments that I'm making. Hello, thank you so much, Sword. I really appreciate it. And I completely understand if you can't stay the whole time. It is Friday afternoon. There's usually lots of fun things to be done, partying and such. So this Monday is Thanksgiving here in Canada. It's one of the first times I'm actually home for Thanksgiving. So we are going to do the whole buying the turkey, baking the turkey, all of those fun things on Monday. So I'm really excited about that. We haven't done that in years. So also the kids are picky eaters and we really didn't think that they would eat a turkey. But yes, I am going to be making a turkey and it's going to be awesome. Well, I'm not making a turkey. You know what I mean. Oh, that is so awesome, River Dragon. Thank you so much for your support. And that's great that you got Sabine's new Southern nightgown. Woohoo! Okay, so I am going to be making some adjustments to the background. I want to do a little bit more detail on some of the buildings. So that's what I'm working on now. I love this light table, but it's got a little bit of a short in it. So whenever I move my light table, it turns off, which is a little bit annoying. Turkey, that's right, turkey time. So my favorite part about Thanksgiving, and I promise I'm not starting a whole food conversation, is the stuffing. Turkey is kind of take it or leave it. I love stuffing. I'll eat it all. Okay, I need to put on pretzel. So we have some music. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Kage Kaizoku. I hope I'm saying that correct. Wayne, hello! You go home Thanksgiving. Oh, that's awesome. You're still in the hospital, right, Kenny? Pursue, thank you for the follow. Got an idea here. Svart Demon Streams. Hey, welcome to the stream. Juan, hello. I look exactly like your work college. What does that mean? So, one thing that I'm really excited about is Sabine and I went and bought some t-shirts at New York Comic Con. And there was a deal, if you bought 3, you get the 4th one free. So we like combined our order and got 4 t-shirts, so 2 each. So this is my first one. It says, me, weird, yes. And then I have another one where there's a cat and it looks just like Sherlock and it has such a terrible attitude and I love it so much. And I'll wear that another time. And then, I know yesterday I was telling some of you on the live stream that this weekend is when I go to buy my new watercolor set from the art store. So as some of you were saying, it was probably mostly Kylie, who I don't think is here yet, but some of you were saying that you would like to come along. So I got the idea to see about doing a Facebook Live of my art shopping. So I called my art store and asked them for permission to live stream my Schminke paint purchases at the store. Nothing about it is sponsored. I'm having to like pay my left arm and leg for said paints, but they said that it was okay for me to come in and do my art shopping on Facebook Live. So I'm going to do that tomorrow afternoon, somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. my time. So if you haven't already followed me on Facebook, go do that. Let me see if I can do, maybe you guys know better how to do my social links. Facebook? Anyway, go to Facebook and go to Art of Dawn McTeigue. And that's how you can follow me on Facebook and you can see the art shopping if you would like to. So I have a whole list here of all the different colors that JP Roth and I decided to do or to use for certain parts of the world, the sky, DiVinica's skin tone, all of that is on this very precious piece of paper, which I need to go through because I'm sure we've doubled up on a few of them. But anyway, I'm going to be going and doing a massive shopping. Any good tips on how to grow as an artist on Twitch? Wow, Demon Streams, I've got the same situation. Like, it's not easy. I would imagine that the best thing is to be able to stream for an extended period of time, which is something I'm not really able to do yet. So I can't claim to have really found the key for it, but I would say being able to stream at least 3 to 4 hours a few times a week. There are a lot of lists online that like say the ways that you can grow your fan base on Twitch, and a lot of them have to do with being consistent, keeping a regular schedule, all of that stuff. I kind of suck at all of the above, so I haven't really been able to put a lot of those things into practice. I do try to stream regularly. True, not having limited bandwidth. That's right. Scott, Juan. Yes, Joe is at LA Comic-Con this weekend. So is Mike Chrome and Ebas. Am I doing the digital coloring on these? No, I'm not going to be digitally coloring these at all unless I have to do any kind of like digital level fixing and shit, because you always have to. Scanners hate traditional media, hashtag. But I will most likely be doing the traditional colors on these within like the next week or two. Oh my god, I'm looking everywhere for my brush and it's right in my other hand. What is the book about? It is all about goddesses. So it focuses on goddesses, but from all different pantheons of mythology. This character is she is the main character from the series. The series is called DiVinica and her name is DiVinica, so it is about her. And I'm not going to spoil everything because I'm the worst. I will give away every detail. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. So if you feel that I'm being cagey, it's just because my inclination is to spill all the beans. And I'm trying to be good. But yes, it's about DiVinica. It focuses on goddesses from all pantheons of mythology. And, the first 4 issues that are already out are focusing on different respective goddesses. Now on issue 5, we are introducing the titular character. I love that word. I feel so fancy when I'm using it. And from here on out, there's going to be a bit more of a serial style book. And all I can say is it's going to be bad fucking ass. You still need to read them. Yeah. Crazy time finding an 11x17 flatbed scanner that wasn't super expensive or attached to a furniture-sized printer. Oh my god, I hear you, Scott. It's the worst. Honestly, I have a MusTek. MUSTEK. It cost me about $400 and something, but I found that it scans traditional color work so horribly that I no longer use its drivers that came along with it, and I use the drivers from a Canon $90 scanner, and splicing it together gets a better color. A mustache? I know, I have a pencil mustache. I'm so bored of smiling like a dork into the camera. I hate taking selfies, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do something fun. Cheerios or Frosted Flakes? Cheerios. You woke up to the mustache. Yay! It'll happen every so often when I'm just over it with smiling into the camera. It's like, oh, say cheese. Yeah, you got the, is it a plus deck? Okay, I don't know that one. 180 for about 350. My scanning my print collection. That's smart. Okay, I am looking for something on my computer. Your Twitch is busted. You have 0 viewers on all channels you follow. Yeah, mine says 0 viewers as well. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of a bummer, but at least you guys are talking to me so I don't feel completely alone. Otherwise, I would be very sad. Artist egos are very, very fragile. Oh yeah, I hear you, Scott. The glare. Phones definitely take better images of colored work, like for sure. Any kind of camera. That's why I'm kind of considering, much to Dan's dismay and sadness, pocketbook sadness. I'm really thinking about buying a camera for, you know, the DiVinica interior pages. As I try to get more and more into traditional paintings for covers and stuff, because the Vampirella 50th anniversary gave me no end of grief in trying to get the right colors. Hi, Wendy. Any New York Comic Con stories you can tell? Ah, so many. Yeah, the grid is super nice. I sketch out the backgrounds and then I send it to a service and get me the grid. Just put it in. I can do it myself, but it takes so long. So yes, I have a grid. 500. Oh my God. That is crazy. You can't remember what you've already bought. You guys are amazing that you support art so much like that. I'm so, so grateful to you. I know, that was so, so sweet, Carmen. Thank you so much for doing that. I couldn't believe it. Oh, thank you, Ultramagnetic. Oh, and I missed a few follows. See, the thing that's so cool about the Twitch thing now is it actually shows me all the follows that I've gotten recently. So like, if I miss it right there on the side, if I miss the Hypno Sherlock, I can see them over here in a little list. So I want to do a shout out to a bunch of the new follows. Thank you so much. Luxatic, Cydrus 666, Corteca, and Ultramagnetic. Thank you all so very much for the follows. Yes, Hypno Sherlock is mine cat. For anyone who's new here, hello, my name is Dawn McTeigue. I pronounce it McTeigue, so T-E-G, pretend that's all it is. If you pronounce my name incorrectly, I will not be mad at you. Everybody does. I am working on the interior pages for DiVinica issue 5. It's a series that I co-create with JP Roth. So she is the author and the writer. We mesh our heads together and come up with ideas. So it's a collaborative process, which I love and I'm so grateful to her for. This is all about goddesses and mythology, and I do all of the art for it. So I draw it, ink it, if I feel like inking it, and color it. The whole thing is handled traditionally. So tomorrow on Facebook Live, I'm going to be going and buying all of the paints that I need to color this series. So right now I'm transferring my sketch onto watercolor paper because the whole thing is going to be watercolored. So that's why my line weight is atrocious. There is no line weight. I'm turning off my light table so you can see. I'm kind of really into line weight, and so this is weirding me out that there is none. It's just my basic lines. However, I'm going to be painting it, so having too much graphite on the paper is just going to smudge and smear. If in the end I decide it needs a stronger line afterwards, I'm probably, again, we are winging it here, I'm probably going to ink it with Winsor & Newton brushes. I use the Series 7 sable ones, and these ones are just leftovers from my inking days. I used to be a brush inker, and so I'll probably just paint any stronger lines that I feel it needs at the end. Mighty Waffles Jr., I love your name. I want waffles. Thank you for following me. Mac DeBarfo, thank you so much for the follow. Yes, this is colored traditionally. And the other ones that you have, the DiVinica issue 1 through 4, issue 1 through 3 were handled with Copic marker. Then for issue 4, we decided to switch it up. Well, JP Roth was like, watercolor would match more with a Chinese theme because it was a Chinese goddess. So she's like, let's try watercolor. And I'm like, God damn it, I don't know how to watercolor. I never have before. And she's like, well, learn. I'm so glad that she said that because it's, watercolor is so much faster for covering wide spaces of paper than Copic marker. That takes for fucking ever to fill a page. So that's what I'm doing here. I, again, am pretty nervous about coloring all of this with watercolor because I am clueless AF, but it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. Tomorrow I go shopping. It's like my special treat that I get before I've done any work because I need it before I can do the page colors. It's kind of more like a present you buy to yourself after you've done some really hard work. So it doesn't really feel fair to me that I'm spending a boatload of fun money on art supplies before I've really earned them. You know, I always have like Tom Hanks at the end of Saving Private Ryan in my head, earn this. And I don't feel like I've earned the amazing paints I'm gonna buy, but fuck it, I'm buying them anyway. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed some of the, Stone Curva, hello! Is the website where we can buy this comment in the links? Not yet. You can go to rothic.com. So here, let me get that for you. Go to rothic.com and you can get the first four, sorry. And issue 5, there are no release blah 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 links for you to get it yet. We haven't set a release date on it because we never know how Dawn's gonna do. Does JP have a release date for her novel yet? I believe so. Exactly when and which ones are coming out when, I don't want to accidentally give you the wrong date, so I'm just gonna hang 10 on that one, but I'll get the information from her as soon as possible. You bought some Higgins ink yesterday because I remember it from high school. That's great. Yes, watercolor can get muddy fast. I was reading about that. And I think mostly the problem happens is when you try to mix too many colors together. I could be wrong, but I read that. We'll see. Darker one, hello. So yeah, I'm gonna try, that's why I'm getting a lot of different colors, because I'm not gonna do a ton of mixing. With Copic marker, I'll mix like 7 different markers together to get the color that I want. With watercolor, I'm gonna be a little bit careful with it. So I am actually getting specific colors for specific things. Maybe that's an amateur move. Who cares? I'm gonna pay for it. All right. I'm all caught up on thanking the new followers. Thanks, you guys. You rock. Am I going to use gouache as well? Yes, I plan to. I'm going to be using probably a little bit of gouache, acrylic paint, acrylic ink, watercolor, and probably some colored pencil. Fuck it, we might as well throw in some Copic marker as well for shits and giggles. Words for life. I'm doing great, thank you. Cooked Gamer, what is the goddess's name you were working on? Right now, this is the main character. So she is not an established goddess. Her name is DiVinica. How she ties in with the goddesses, you shall have to read the book. The butterfly, hello. Mixed media is great, I approve. Thank you, Kenny. Yes, this is on the new hot press watercolor paper. So this is the stuff that I bought I think it was 2 weeks ago. So this is Arch's hot press watercolor paper. I got it in this giant ass board. It is 18 by 24 inches. This thing is gigantic. Now I am cutting it down to size. I am pretty much stuck on 11 by 17 right now. Honestly, because it fits in my portfolio when I travel and I don't want to buy a bigger one because I don't know how I would carry it. You know, there are logistics to keep in mind. So this is the board that I bought, and it actually, I crunched the numbers and it turned out cheaper to buy a bigger board and cut it because I get 40 sheets out of this instead of the 20 that it actually comes with. So yeah. This actually worked out much cheaper than trying to find, which they don't make, an 11 by 17 piece of watercolor paper. So then I was gonna go up a little bit and shave off the edges, and I realized it was far cheaper to buy the double wide and cut it down and get 2 sheets per sheet. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it's humongous. Thank you, MJ Good. I felt rather smart about figuring that one out. I'm all about saving where I can, but I still want to buy the most expensive piece of paper because, you know, I don't know. I figure it'll make my art better. Okay, here's a question for some of you that work with watercolor. I want to, I like to tape down the paper, and I've been taping it down to just hardboard, like MDF board. And what's happening is, of course, it's warping the board, and, because I'm getting the paper all wet, but I need to put it on something. I don't want to tape it down to my art table, my desk, because then I have to leave it here. I leave nothing on my desk when I'm not working. Art goes away, or Sherlock decides it's the perfect place to park his butt. So I was thinking to get some of those, like, those plastic cutting boards, the ones for like crafting cutting boards. So they've got they're usually like green, and they've got a graph on it, and it's not like extremely hard plastic, but it's made for, people who are doing delicate X-Acto blade cutting and shit. So I was thinking to get something like that. Or what do you use to tape your watercolor paper down onto? I certainly don't want to do it on my light table. So any thoughts or information on that would be much appreciated. If it's not absorbent enough, the water might pool under it. Good point. Maybe I'll put like paper towel down and then put my art on top. Birch plywood. Interesting. Like a thick piece of it, basically like a big wooden cutting board, Mark? He's a wildlife painter. Nice. Fancy. Tony Moy streams watercolor. Oh, you know what? I'll ask Tony Moy. That is such a good idea. Tony, thank you. You need a light table? Yeah, well, this one costs $40. It's really not that expensive. You can get it on Amazon.com. Mine is the A3 size, And if you go to my website, or if you go to my info page here on Twitch, I have a link where you can find all the tools that I use, and this is listed there. So if you want to know exactly what brand it is and stuff like that, that's where you can find all that information. Mr. E, hello. Oh, thank you, Mr. E. Watch the lines just in case? What do you mean? You heard tool supplies. Your favorite medium is oil pastel. You know what? I've never used that before. This is off center. Wonky. Le greatest. Thank you for the follow. Don't overdo the lines. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you. I needed that. Please always remind me, you guys, I'm a little bit of an over-detailing artist. And this is, like Mr. E said, this is watercolor, and I need to keep my lines a lot more loose. Okay, I won't work on that anymore. I promise. Loose lines, yes. You sound skeptical, Mr. E. Do you not believe me? Yes, you do. You know me too well. All right, so literally what I'm trying to do here is wrap up this transfer so that I can move on to some of the page sketches. So what I did this morning is I kind of like moved around, changed the size of some of my sketches from my page layout, and now I'm gonna re-sketch it out because I changed my mind. The whole top half of a page I just got rid of. Another one I, restarted it. So like, I'm trying to not rush through this book, but actually give it the proper time and care that it needs to get it done right. Thank you so much, Mr. E. Well, what I'm really looking forward to is seeing what this looks like in color, because it's like I can barely even tell what it's gonna look like right now. The lines are just so basic and rough, and there's like nothing to it. But hopefully it'll look good once it's colored and all nice and finalized. I can't wait. Okay, I can't really see, so I'm just gonna do this so I can see. Thank you, Mark. So yeah, pretty soon I'm going to be done with the this page, and then I'm going to move on to some page sketches, because I know I promised you guys I would do some sketches, all the different stages of the page layout. Thank you, Mark. Okay, now I just need to finish her hand. And voila, we are finished. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm so glad you're back and comfortable. I didn't know that you were walking home. Okay. Just gonna title this at the top. DiVinica 5. October 2019. Whoop whoop! Oh, that is so awesome. Living that close to work is the best. Okay, so this page is complete. I will be taping it down, and the next phase of this one is, excuse me, to watercolor it. Yay! All right, so now I'm going to take everything off and work on the next page. The next page is going to be sketches. So here's the grid page. And there's the sketch page. Okay, so I don't need any of this anymore. Time to work on page 3. So with page 3, I'm still in the sketch phase. I used part of my layout, and then I moved some of my sketch around and just did it on the computer. So, as you can see, this is a disaster. But I'm going to try to fix it up now. Now that I'm working with thinner paper, I don't need such a bright light, so I'm going to turn that down. There we go. Oh, but then it flickers for you guys, doesn't it? It does. It flickers. Okay. I will try to go very fast and just get the rough layout here. Because the rest I'll just sketch out myself real quick. Or I mean, the rest I'm just going to draw. So right now I'm just getting some of my rough layouts in. So I kind of draw a square for the pelvis bone. And I want her sort of sitting on her bed. But we're not going to be seeing all of it because then the window is kind of cutting up, or the walls are cutting up into the rest of the picture. I'm so glad that you love the concept, Mr. E. I really worked hard on this page and trying to come up with poses that are interesting, that tell the story, but then also don't compete with her face down at the bottom. That was the hard part. Because I can't have her head too big. I want to show the window and the sky in the world that DiVinica is in is really intense, and it's a very purple sky with like black clouds and crazy. And so I want the sky reflected in the window, you know, on the glass. And so I need to keep this big. It's kind of all these other little panels are leading up to this panel. So this is the important one, but I can't make her size as compared to the window incorrect, right? So that is, that's why I had to work on these for a long time to get everything in there. Your light table in your window. No flickering. Well, I don't see the flicker. It's only the camera that's picking up the flicker. You know how it is? You can't film a monitor as well for the same reason. Beast Unchained, hello. So like I told you guys yesterday, DiVinica has partial dreads. So they're not full, her hair is not fully dreaded out, but she does have some dreads. So I need to kind of get a good mix of the two there. Okay. I'm gonna put her bed, her pillow. She's kind of just sitting on her bed. In the corner. All right, and then here she gets up. And she's walking, and so I put the ground on an incline here, or whatever that's called, on a slant, I guess, and I want to show that she's kind of kicked off her boots. So I've got her feet here. So toes in a foreshortened way. Exciting. I'm gonna need to look at toes. All right, and then I've got her bed back here. The floor is on a slant. So I need to get the floorboards in right. That's not going to be fun. And I've got some of her bed, and I'm going to put some of her boots here. So I still need to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. But it'll be something like that. So we'll see part of her boots. She's kicked off her boots. I haven't decided if her feet are completely bare. I think so. Actually, in the script it says she walks on her bare feet. You got the concept. Yes, thank you. What race is she? She is from East India. Ish. So that's kind of the look that she's going to have. She's going to have darker skin. I'm trying to work on giving her a proper nose. Like the shape of the nose is slightly different than, say, Caucasian or the way we draw anime. So I need to work on that too. Yay! Thank you, Mr. E! Thank you, Ultramagnetic. Yes, there are many different versions. No, I did it intentionally. Okay, also the script says I walked with my bare feet, right? So I need to show her bare feet. But she walks into the room fully clothed. So I'm sort of showing her, you know, sitting on her bed, which sort of implies that, you know, she's removed her socks and stuff. I had her removing her socks before, and then I didn't like the pose. It didn't work with actually what she was saying. So I'm just trying to sort of take you through her room and imply that she's, you know, taking off her boots, removing, you know, in one of the panels on the previous page, she's removing her cloak. So I'm implying that. I said she's Indian, not that she's in India. Because this one, we're actually not covering a goddess. We're covering DiVinica. So she is the lead character, and she does tie in with the goddesses that we're covering, but this book is introducing you to DiVinica and her world. Okay, then she's opening the window, or opening the curtains, and then here she's looking out the window. So the curtains are going to be all kind of hole-filled, holy, tattered. I'm giving it her whole floor a wood panel look. And then the window is cracked and crashed open. Ultramagnetic. I'm sorry if I caused you confusion. Rogerio, hello. Guys, I'm aware that on your screen it's showing the flicker. I'm trying to kind of get the rough sketch done real quick so that I can turn off my light table. It's not showing that flicker to me, but I know that it's showing the flicker to you. Oh, it weirds me out to draw like short shorts from the back that aren't like booty shorts, but I don't want to give her booty shorts. But then it looks like she's wearing some really weird granny panties / diaper. You're ignoring it. Oh, thanks, you guys. Oh, okay. Well, that's great, Ultramagnetic. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know because, you know, maybe I'll need your help and stuff sometimes. Because we will be covering a goddess from India soon. So I have definitely talked with Sanju Nivangune, who's a colorist that I work with a lot, and he's also from India. So I told him, I was like, dude, I'm gonna need to consult with you lots. All right, I'm not sure how I feel about her legs, but I'll work on it in a minute. Right now, I'm not really worrying about the anatomy or anything. I'm just trying to get this transferred to board real quick so that I can turn off the light table and not be hurting your guys' eyes like crazy. I need to put a grid in right there to make sure that the radiating floorboards are correct. Hypno Kitty is trying to control your minds. Woohoo! Cool seeing pictures of Sanju. I was convinced he was multiple people. Yeah, I know. He has been working so hard. Go Sanju. my god, I just got a fantastic idea of what to put here. I need to talk to JP about it, though. I need to write it down or I'm going to forget. It'll be an Easter egg. Oh my goodness! Oh, that is so cool, Mystery! So I'll make sure to give the bricks lots of texture and stuff. They're gonna be like dark colored, almost like charred a little bit from the outside. Hello! Oh, see you later, Wayne. Thank you so much for the books. I'm on page 40-something now on Framed Ink, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Huinator, hi! Thinking about hidden names you put in previous work. Oh, yes. I'm gonna, JP Roth and I are gonna hide a bunch of Easter eggs in here that you may not even realize what they are until the last book comes out. Like the very final climactic end to the DiVinica series, which we already have planned. So we're gonna hide Easter eggs throughout the entire series that are kind of giving you sneak peeks of the end, but you won't know it. Oh, it was on her, you know that cloth that was in the center of her skirt? I wrote Isis in hieroglyphics. Hey, Ultimate! You've seen it? Pretty awesome. Aw, thank you, Mr. E. Yeah, I'd say fantasy. Thank you, Kylie. Yay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the colors from these panels all dripping down the side of the page onto this lower part. And then I'm going to just color the bricks kind of breaking off up into the other pages. So they're going to kind of be merging in together. I'm helping to create the content. I'm working on the series. I'm doing the art. And JP Roth is the one publishing it and writing it, and of course coming up with the majority of the story and everything like that. She's the one that knows a lot more about mythology. So like if I come up with anything, it's sort of like plot line ideas or, you know, ways we can kind of work with it. I'll bring ideas to the table. No, this is not the final line art. This is my sketch. I didn't like the top panels that I had drawn before, so I scrapped them this morning and redid it. So now I'm just re-sketching it out because it was too much of a mess. I basically just fucking deleted it all. It was boring. I felt like the page was a snooze fest. So I'm redoing it. Dedication. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the paper is, I'm working on 8.5 by 11 like my usual sketch page. Okay, so I'm just doing the final little bit of the bricks, and then I will turn off that stuff that's in your guys' eyes, which nobody's trying to deal with. So I've got the bricks kind of going up into the panels above, and the colors from the panel above are going to be dripping and seeping down into the bricks just to give it an artsy fartsy look. That's the one thing that I'm trying to really focus on here, is to give the panels interest, to not work with just squares and rectangles and all of that, which I have nothing against, but it's something JP Roth has asked me to like try to find interesting ways to help the panels not only be in squares. So that's what I'm working on. You know what? I haven't ultimate. Yeah, blending. It's so great that she pushes me in these kind of areas to, you know, to make it more fun for you guys, make it more interesting, and give it a little bit more of an artistic feel. Not that square panels are not artistic. I guess she just wants me to push my imagination a little bit more. I'm almost done here, you guys. Oh, and Kylie, I like how the flora looks like the top of the arch wall, giving depth. Yay, thank you. Sometimes regular practice, great way to narrate the story. Thanks, you guys. Yes, of course, Kylie, go for it. And then Kylie, I wanted to tell you something. I remember how you said yesterday that you wanted to like go on the shopping spree. So I actually went and called my local art store that I'm gonna go buy the incredibly expensive amount of Schmincke paints. And I asked them if they would be okay with me doing my shopping on Facebook Live with you guys. And they said yes. So, whoop whoop, I'm gonna go on Facebook Live at around somewhere between 3 to 5 p.m. my time tomorrow afternoon. Dan will film on my phone and I will be on Facebook Live doing the art shopping for all the watercolor that I need for DiVinica. So, yeah, it's really cool of them to let me do that in the store. So yeah, I'll be there. You guys can shop with me. Honestly, it's just so much fun to sit there and spend somebody else's money, right? So yeah, I will be on Facebook Live tomorrow afternoon. I'll try to give a little bit of an advance warning. I'll drop enough money. Yes, I sure as shit will. This is not going to be a sponsored live stream. I'm not asking them for any discounts. They're just my preferred art store. I'm gonna be going there anyway to buy my art supplies, and as opposed to taking a picture for you guys at the end with my art haul, you might as well come with me. It'll be fun. Yeah, please do connect to my Facebook. I'll post a link to it here. Here we go. So there's my Facebook page. Go and like on it, please and thank you. And then it will notify you when I go live. Okay, I see a problem with my plan. Do you know what the problem is with my plan? These lines line up way too well. So I might cut this a little bit more so that I can just show. Do you see how the line of that panel lined up perfectly with the bricks? That it was too close. It doesn't look good. It's 5 a.m. your time? Shit, Kylie, I'm so sorry. There. So I'm going to put this box on top of all the other ones. I'm going to make the boxes look a little bit like torn or burnt paper. There we go. Almost done. Sorry it's taking so long, you guys. See, I'm trying to watch out for conjoining lines. That means where things meet up too perfectly. So I'm gonna actually move that brick out a little bit more so it doesn't meet up right with her hip line, because that shit just, you know, since I can control everything on the page, I try to avoid that. The joy of art shopping. I know, it's gonna be so fun. It's Michael's birthday today. Happy birthday, Michael. Is he home or is he at work? home for a few more hours, and then he has to go play cricket. Wonder what channel that show would be on. The lines need to flow, and we know how pet peeve conjoining like, yeah, they really are. Jesus. Oh, thank you so much, Ultimate. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll try to give you all a little bit of advance warning. Like maybe when I leave my house or something like that, I'll be like going live soon from the art store or something so that you guys have a little bit of a heads up. It just all kind of depends on when Dan and I can go, when Lyndon is finished with his jujitsu and all those good things. Yeah, agreed, Aftermath. You'll have to get up for 5, put my phone on silent at night. Yeah, so do I. This will be streaming live on Art of Don McTeigue. The Don McTeigue page, like my personal page, for all intents and purposes is dead. I never post there. I take care of everything on Art of Don McTeigue on Facebook. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate all the new follows. So I'm gonna have a faint glow of the sky in the window. So we're gonna see a bit of the like stormy sky that she's looking at reflected in the window, which I think is gonna be way cool. So that's why I'm leaving a good bit of window all around. And it's another reason why I'm making this panel the biggest one. And I'm trying to make sure her face is bigger here than everywhere else. And the lines of the window are pointing down towards her face. So everything is kind of pointing to this point. Black and silvers. You know what? I look horrible with gray eyeshadow, believe it or not. Like, really not good. Yeah, I'm telling you, I've broken myself. I used to be able to make it on so little sleep when I first started in comics, and then I pushed myself too hard, and now I can't do it anymore. I used to think that being able to go without sleep or on a very small amount of sleep was my personal superpower. Not anymore. Okay, and so then the parts of her body that are behind the window are also going to be a little bit smaller. I mean, not smaller, fainter. We won't see as much of her through because we're going to really focus on the reflection of the sky in the window. And that big, crazy looking sun. And initially I decided to have her with really big bangs, and now I've decided to not. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually start working on it. I'm sorry, I missed so many people. Hello, Tom. See you later, Mark. Yeah, I probably wasn't breathing as much as I should, Tom. Hey, Mark Windsor. Yeah, Mark Windsor's correct. So I'm putting her belt on now. So I'm gonna draw through just a little bit so that I know where everything is. Okay. Hey, Artist Life! Right now I'm working on the sketch for page 4 of DiVinica issue 5. I might turn her chin down even a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. All right, so she's looking down at the markings here. I'm in the light. I'm sorry, you guys. So the way to kind of make eyes look like they're looking down and they're not completely shut is to make the eyelid look like it's shut at first, but then put like the lower lid way lower. And so what it does is it still implies that the eyes are somewhat open. They're just looking down. Took me the longest fucking time to figure that out. So if that helps you at all, I'm glad. So you just do an additional loop down at the bottom and you're taken care of. And when the face is looking down, the top lip is much closer to the nose than it otherwise would, and I'm working with what feels like a crayon. Yeah, so the top lip and the nose are much closer together. And then, because she's got pretty big lips, they would be like this. And then also the lower lip is closer to the chin. But I need to erase part of this. Yes, looking down at the motorcycle boots. That's right. All like the Rothic piece you did with the girl with all the veils and charms. Oh yeah, okay. I think I know which one you mean. So next week I'm going to be taking a pause on DiVinica to work on a Rothic holiday cover for Rem 8. So while I am not taking any new cover jobs, I do have some that were already pre-booked. And so one of them is for Rothic, and then in late November, I have one for Lady Death. Oh, and guys, guess what? This morning, because Dan and I get up at 5:15 and we work together on like the website or projects that I'm working on or that we're working on, or we work on, you know, whatever there is that we need to take care of. And today we started working on the commission contest that starts November 1st. So we're coming up with all the ideas for the prizes and all that fun stuff. So that is officially now in the works. Yay! I know, I'm so excited. Starts bribing leprechauns. I know, I really hope you win something, Kylie. So yeah, we were looking through any like sketches that I might have, just anything that, any special books, because I have been saving some. So, you know, all throughout the year, if something cool comes, we may squirrel it away for the contest. So I've got a couple things. Sorry guys, I can't access my tissue box and I need one. Hold please. All right, I'm back. Will you see my work on the cover for this issue? Do you mean DiVinica or for the Rem 8 cover? Oh, you're awesome, Mr. E. Not liking the anatomy right there. Hair just makes everything pretty. It also solves so many problems. Like, of course, I make sure that I have all the anatomy worked out first, any issues fixed up, but then, you know, when in doubt, cover with a lock of hair. Oh, you're so sweet, Mr. E. Well, I really hope to make it a super fun one this time. Dan has been notified that he is expected to provide art and new limericks and new funny things, so he knows. Maybe I should have her actually with her hand down here, unzipping so that we can actually see what she's doing, as opposed to her hand being up there. Yeah, that goes better with the story. Otherwise, why is she just sitting there like, woohoo, my clothes are undone? Yes, they did. I talked with Marat at New York Comic Con, and he said I 100% have permission. If Marat ever sees this, thank you. So yes, I have permission from Counterpoint Comics to have prints, but I always wait a while, right? So I wait a respectable amount of time. Yeah, I'm so excited. So I missed a line in the line art I sent off to get colored. Oh, it happens all the time, Kylie. I do it forever and always. You can always check with Sanju and see if he started coloring. You can send it as a layer, or when you get the file back, just put the line in, right? Just because it's off to color, if you're gonna be getting it back again, then nothing is lost. It's all fine. You can fix it later, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna move the unzip a little bit higher. I'm just trying to make sure I've got her body right here. Okay, so I'm moving it to about here. And let's see, how would I do this? It would be, your arm would be coming from kind of the side of your body, your hand would be turning, so we would be seeing the front of her palm. Her hand like that, her thumb out like so, and then this finger, this. Sorry guys, I'm sure this looks like the scribbliest mess you've ever seen. There. And that would be going behind. And the zipper would continue down. Hope you guys don't mind, I'm just kind of talking to myself, which I don't do out loud when you're not here. I put the line in then, it's just a tiny bit of her neck. Oh yeah, definitely don't panic. All right, so I think that looks better. It's a little clearer than what she's doing. We can still see her belt and her clothes. This is her rib cage. Now, a lot of these things, obviously I'm not going to paint in every rib. That would not look very good. She'd look like she was dying of starvation. So you won't see all of those. I just mostly have them there for myself to indicate things that I personally need to see. So right now I'm just drawing through a little bit. I can put the bricks back on easily, but I want to make sure that I've got her body worked out correctly. So then her hair would be coming down like that. These are the markings that she has. So in this part of the script, she's talking about the markings. This is space for script, right? So I'm not filling in every tiny little nook and cranny because there needs to be room for script. Like there's a lot more leg than is necessary. Script will probably go here. Script will probably go here, here, and then some more like, I don't know, over the bricks or something like that. So there are places that are unnecessary to the story. Obviously, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to draw in the wall and everything like that. But I know that most likely that part of the art we're not going to see. Generally, script doesn't cover someone's face. It covers in the like blank spots of the art. El Kabong, thank you for the follow. One, two, three, 4, 5. Ugh. I literally hate toenails. I think they're the ugliest thing. They just really bother me. So whenever I can get away with it, I literally just won't fucking draw them. And now I have to draw. It's like I've got a foot fetish with how much I'm gonna have to draw feet on this page. Feet, feet. Good evening, the Merc. How are you? And I actually need the toes to come out a little bit more because her feet are bent a little bit. And then on this side, they're coming fully forward. So they need to be foreshortened. Oh my God, it is gonna break me, Kylie. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm sorry that you're tired, but I'm so happy to hear that you're glad to join in on the stream. That's awesome, the Merc. I am doing great. I'm working on DiVinica issue 5, and this is the sketch for page 4. So I had a sketch before I went to New York Comic Con, came home, have been studying some more, decided I didn't like it, and am redoing it. Yeah, line weights are what make it look pretty. It's very difficult to like not do it. You know what, Kylie? I'm very, very fortunate. JP Roth has not given me a deadline. We are planning to have it ready and released by March next year. Now, that means, you know, giving time for the layout, the printing, all of those things. I should probably be done by January. So I do have time. I'm very grateful that this is not like your regular comic book where I have to have it all finished in 1 month. Yeah, I know it's a long time to wait, but really when it comes down to it, I wouldn't be able to do a regular 22 pages per month like some of these guys can crank out. I tried working at that pace for the Harley and her gang of Harley interiors. Now, granted, I only had 5 pages to do in 10 days. And I only had to pencil them. I didn't have to ink or color them, which on this, I'm doing everything. And Dan made a joke. He's like, yeah, we're just going to staple your face onto the back of your head because that's like, then we can at least see you sometimes. Thank you, Mr. E. I'm really seeing DiVinica as kind of one of my main life's work, and I want to do it right. I don't want it to haunt me in 20 years and I'll be like, oh my God, why did I do that? Like, why did I draw it that way? Why didn't I just take an extra day to get it done perfect? You know, so I'm going to do the very, very best that I can on this book and really just give it my all the love. Dunkzilla, thank you so much for the follow. Will I do the cover for this issue? Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure what you meant, Kylie. You mean for DiVinica issue 5? I'll probably do like 4 covers for the book. Thank you, Dunkzilla. I really appreciate that. So right now I'm working on a comic book. So I'm working on the interior pages. This is a sketch for page 4. There will be many more pages to sketch, for sure. Okay, that's what you meant. Then yes, most certainly I will be at least doing 1 or 2 covers for this issue, and I will do it on live stream. Well, because there's the Diamond book, there's the Rothic exclusives, and then JP Roth said I could do my own exclusive too. So I'll probably have my own as well. Whoop whoop. Will be my first personal exclusive, which I'm super excited about, I'm not gonna lie. Opportune, hello! Yeah, with DiVinica, I usually do like the main Diamond cover is digitally colored and like a regular comic book cover. So that's the one that goes to the comic book stores. And then JP Roth really likes the traditionally colored ones, and I probably do too, I think. So there'll be something like that. Honestly, we haven't really talked the details out yet. I'm sure we will at some point. I just haven't gotten there yet. Oh, see you later, Scott. Have a good evening. No, I will have fun shopping tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, it really is after Mac. I don't know how they do it either, you know? It's mostly, I think, you know, speed is something that you get with practice, but also I think it's that they really, really have to put in like some intense hours. And at this point, I just don't have those kind of hours. To lower her ankle a little bit. No one with kids does really, yeah. You're so welcome, Opportune. It is 100% my pleasure. Thank you for all the prints that you've gotten and for stopping by. It's just, I mean, I know it's such a whole thing to get to anywhere in New York Comic Con. I wanted to buy some t-shirts and it was like a whole ordeal of just trying to get anything done. It gets more crowded every year. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, so I did the floor wrong. I might need to turn her toes more. Like so. I'll have to see. Yeah, you have so much space to move around. I think the first time that I went was 2013. Yeah, 2013 was my first New York Comic Con, and there was like lots of room, but still for me it felt really intimidating. Okay, so I want to have her bed here. So I'm going to have like her blanket. Maybe I'll put like her silver cloth right here. So it's just on the floor. Then I'll do one boot coming this way, kind of like the top of her boot. And then maybe the other boot over here. The floor would actually be going this way. Hi, KX32. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh, Bishan. So you're the one that I did the Injustice, no, the Revenge blank for, right? Just so I connect everything. You're testing your English. That's great. Charismax, thank you so much. I'm sorry that I missed so many comments. Yay, okay. Thank you so much for that commission. It was really fun to work on. And I was watching those like TV shows, like the TV reenactments of like murder mysteries and shit when I colored that. So I think I was having a lot of stabby stories in my head. It really worked for working on Revenge Harley. Oh, you're from Brazil. Hello, welcome to the stream. There we go. So now it's time to work on the curtains. Oh, it's called the ID channel. I have no idea what it was. HGTV wasn't on, so that's the only one that was working. So me and Sabine started watching that, and then Sabine went to bed, so I went down to the lobby, and it was playing in the lobby too. So I was like, okay, here goes. I'm gonna listen to stabby stuff. It worked out fantastic. So DiVinica stays in this pose where she, well, not this pose, but she stands in front of the window into page 5 as well. So if I have time, I'll start working on page 5 too. And she's still in the window, but we're seeing her. Oh, okay, here's my fix of my rough sketch. Sometimes I'll like draw the head too big or shit, so I'll just like go over it and fix it. So this is kind of my idea for page 5, and I still need to put some like little mini panels over it, possibly 2 or 3. We'll see. So yeah, it's all kind of leading into her standing in front of the window. Okay, see you later. Thank you too. And I'm so glad you were able to get on Twitch. Have a good one. Now some of these things we won't really even be able to see through her clothes. Like, you know, some of the lines here. Also, I haven't drawn in her hair yet. But at least it's something, right? I usually draw all the like little ways that I break up the anatomy. I draw those regardless of whether you're going to see them or not, because it helps me make sure that I haven't drawn like the arm connected to like her rib cage or something like that. No, I know. Not much sleep, that's for sure, Opportune. 2 would look perfect. There's 3 things I need to draw, but I might be able to incorporate the first one into the main image. So I'm gonna have to see if I can do that. My plan is to try to make it to just 2 panels like you're saying, Mystery. It'll depend if I can fit the other thing that I need to draw into the main one. And I know I repeated myself twice. Fail. Okay, I'll need to try to get the the window crack to match. So that's gonna be fun. I'll probably just copy and paste it, shrink it, and trace it. Hooray for Photoshop! I don't know who that is, but awesome to Artist Life. Okay, I forgot to do one thing. I had drawn out the top of the curtain. So I know I'm drawing more than actually is on the page. I believe the page cuts here. And here. And this part might actually get cut off the page, but that's fine. I just draw all the way to the edge and finish these things out so that if for some reason it gets cropped differently, I've got everything in there. Boom! No! Incorrect. I said boom a little bit prematurely. So I'm just going to finish out the lines of this face and then I will be done with this page. So one thing I really want to focus on in this book, well, one of the many millions of things that I'm going to be focusing on in this book is lighting. I want to do better mood lighting and plan out like more harsh shadows, things that will make the mood of the page dictated by the lighting and the color choices, not only the art. So, you know, I need to level up everywhere. Oh, hello, Christina. It's what happens. It's one of the parts of like that makes studying more and learning more is the more you know, the more you realize you have so far to go. So right now, Christina, I'm working on the sketch for a page. I actually had this page sketched out before I left to New York Comic Con, but you know, I took a few days, was away, and came back with not as much love for the panels I had done before. So I've changed it up and now I'm much, much happier. Thank you. Oh, tangent line. Fix that. Yes, the window is going to be reflecting the sky that she's looking at. Hopefully it'll be all trippy and fun. You know how in the perfect lighting and in certain situations, especially when it's dark inside the room, a window can serve a bit, or like it's dark behind the window. The window itself can serve like a little bit like a mirror, right? So I'm kind of going to make this mirroring the sky. Because she's talking about the world, it'll help bring the world into the picture, even though we're not looking directly at it here. Oh, really? Why? What is it, Kylie? Hello, Lee. Oh, it's a horror movie. Oh, wow. Sounds terrifying. I can't watch horror at all. No, that sounds terrifying. Oh, Can Rugger, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry for missing that. And then I guess because it's a little bit more light outside, I'll show a bit more of the sun coming through the window here. So the curtain will be a little lighter where it's between the window. Okay, page 4 sketch is complete. Whoop whoop! I'm so happy that that's done. So this one is completely ready to transfer to board. I will send it off to JP Roth, make sure she's cool with all the changes that I made, and then it's done. Perfect. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, so it's time to start working on page 5. As you can see, I really take my layouts and then scribble on top of them on the computer. So that is a mess. But this was a mess too when we managed to work it out. So we'll get this done. I think I have like another... Yes, I did October 2016. Oh my God, where is my brain? That was hilarious. Good catch, Ultramagnetic. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Moving on to page 5. Yeah, that was good. Oh, really? You do it all on the computer? I still can't. I can work with layout on the computer, but I can't art on the computer. It's so bad. I just, my hand to eye sucks. It's great, Kylie, that you're gonna, it'll really expedite your process. That's for sure. You caught that too, Christina? Right? What a fail. I don't know why 2016 came out. That is so random. I should check the other page and make sure I didn't do that already. Let me see. Did I do it on the actual like DiVinica original page here? No, I did 2019. So yeah, it was just a momentary brain situation. All right, I'm turning it down because I really don't need all that. I'm sorry that it's going to flicker for you guys. It doesn't flicker for me, but you know, it's just like how when you film your monitor, it flickers all weird and shit. That's what it's doing to you guys. But I'll try to go quick here. chip crumbled chicken, fried rice and chips. What's chip crumbled chicken? Oh, thank you, the Merc. Oh, an ice cream cake. Yes, that sounds amazing. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner because Thanksgiving is on Monday here. Now, granted, I don't think we're gonna celebrate on Monday. We're probably gonna celebrate Sunday night just because Lore wants enough time to have a food coma before he has to go back to school. And I think that's a very good reason for doing it on Sunday. Gotta give time for that post-Thanksgiving food coma. Crisp splits into crumbs in a processor or with a rolling pin, dredge the chicken in flour, then egg, then chip crumbs. Chill in the fridge. Oh, wow, that sounds delicious, Kylie. Jason, hello. No, you were not too late. I'm probably going to be live for another half an hour or so. So what I'm working on is DiVinica issue 5 right now. And this is page 5 of issue 5. So I just finished page 4 with everyone here. So this is page 4. And then I finished out the transfer of page 1. So this is the transfer. As you can see, the lines are very basic. There is no line weight. And that's because this is all going to be done with watercolor. And as such, there's really no point to adding a bunch of line weight. So it's all very, there's no depth. That's the real thing that throws off having no line weight, is the lack of depth to the page. But anyway, this is on watercolor paper. I will be coloring this soon, after I do my massive shopping spree tomorrow to buy all the watercolors that I need. Whoop, whoop. I know, it's so hard not to add the line weight. Oh my God. I'm so glad that you guys are on my case though. Thank you. Thank you for saving me from myself. Shit. Okay, so I am trying to draw a more Indian nose. So, I am not going to revert to the usual way that I draw. From what I've observed, generally this part is a little bit more pronounced. So, and their noses are straighter than, like, mine is a ski jump. It goes like this. Or, you know, Dan's is more this way. So he has the bump right here. I think that with Indian females, that this part is a little bit more pronounced, and the nose is actually quite straight. So hopefully I'm getting this right. Yes, I'm gonna watercolor live. Whoop whoop. I want to put her eyebrow a little bit higher. Give her a little bit more room for her eyes and her lashes. Time to go for fun. Okay. Oh, wrong window. Yeah, right? Always perfect lashes. Nope, somehow I made her look happy. She can't look happy in this picture. I think I may have drawn her face a little bit too small, but I'm not trying to redraw that here. I will just pull that into the computer and do a little fixie, drag and enlarge. Whoop, whoop. That is correct. DiVinica 5 is actually about DiVinica herself. So, we have changed a bunch of the lineup. So much is different now, but it's gonna be so good, Jason. I'm so excited. Yes, I believe so. Oh, I know, it really is. It's gonna be really difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably do a couple test runs and test pages just to make sure I have a technique before I start actually working on the page. Ghost Crow, thank you so much for the follow. And Chris Cause. Sorry guys for missing those. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. I'm just gonna do some test runs. Oh, I'm probably gonna be done in about 15 minutes. Do I do digital Do I do digital touch-ups after you watercolor pages? Yes. Sometimes the scanner changes something that's supposed to be purple to pink, so I have to adjust the colors. Sometimes if something is like supposed to have a glow, I personally don't own an airbrush machine, so I'll add in a little bit of glow on a layer. I have to do little things like that with the interior pages, but that's pretty common. You have to do a little bit. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, Christina. I did do DiVinica issue 4 with watercolor, but it's been a while, so I'm not as confident with watercolor as I am with Copic marker, that's for sure. Hello, Marcio Yvonne. Welcome to the stream today. One second. Okay, so in the other drawings I've had some hair covering her, coming down on the front, so I've got to add that in here too, just so that everything has proper continuity. So sometimes putting like a low belt like this is like so helpful for breaking up the body, showing, enhancing like the sway in the hips of a character. And then sometimes like right here, it's just like, it doesn't help. It kind of makes the whole situation look awkward, you know, like it breaks it up so that it makes her torso look incredibly long when it's just actually that her belt is low. Or, you know, I guess sometimes it just doesn't work with me exactly the way I want it to. And then on other images, like other drawings of the same character with the same outfit and everything is in the right place, it's just, you know, sometimes it looks great and from other angles it really doesn't. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. What happened was the person was online and it must have just been that perfect storm where as soon as I went to raid, they went offline. And so it was like the worst. So yes, I'm terribly sorry, you guys. I will try to make sure that I check who I'm raiding first. I meant to apologize to you all for that. I think I might move her arm out a little bit more. Oh, thanks for your understanding, Mystery, but I'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again. Okay, so I've drawn through on her body, drawn through on the other side. I planned that her other arm is just kind of like this so we wouldn't see it, something like that. Okay, so I might move her arm and actually put it up here and she's still holding the curtain or something. Excuse me. Had that aligning in the wrong place. Okay, something kind of like that, so that we can actually see a little bit more of her waist. Because it was, the way that I had her hand was cutting her body in an awkward kind of way, I felt. And it just wasn't working for me. Okay, so the way that the elbow works is it almost forms like a little bit of a triangle. So you've got the actual elbow bone that sort of sticks out right about here, but then there's two other bones on either side. Her sleeve a little bit more forward. There we go. I'm much happier with that pose. Hello, Philip. Welcome to the stream. Okay. So I've decided to have her holding the curtain. I think it like kind of ties everything in together. I will put part of the thing that she's saying I can actually tie into the sky here. The other two can go down in the bottom. It was her hand here that was causing problems everywhere because it was kind of cutting the page awkwardly. Now, down here is not really important to the scene, so I can put the other two panels right down here, and then the cloth is like so. And then it's just kind of blowing in and around like that. I've got the window right here where the opening in the window is. Okay, the other windowsill, her hair. And then the rest of the curtain, and the page cuts off right here. And actually the safety zone of the page is literally right by her bun. So yes, it works. Woot! Oh wow, okay, Croco Guy. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, right now I'm working on DiVinica issue 5, and this is also page 5 of issue 5. Okay, if I were to open her hand, yes. Open her hand. I could probably shrink it a little bit. Go. Panel 1, panel 2, I want to make them in some fun shape. And then there's the other curtain over here that'll just kind of be blowing behind DiVinica. Oh, thank you, the Merc. You measure the same way? Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Croco Guy. I have so many books that I'm studying right now because I need to improve hardcore in order to make this book the way I see it in my head. Okay, well, for me, this is pretty much enough right now. I'm very happy with how this turned out. This is just what I needed to get done. And in these panels is actually not people. So that's going to be really quick and easy to do. What books are those? Oh, which books am I studying? Okay, well, I'm reading Framed Ink right now. I have been studying framed perspective this whole year. They were kind of my Christmas or starting of the year presents to myself for study. And then I got Understanding Comics, Dynamic Anatomy by Will Eisner, Storytelling for Comics by Will Eisner. I can get the books out and show you guys. And then I'd like to raid somebody, and then it's dinner time for me. I'm so happy because I'm so hungry. All right, so these are the pages that I finished today. I did page 4, page 5, almost. I just need to draw in the window. And then I finished the transfer of page 1 with no line weight. Yeah, that's so hard. I hate no line weight. Okay. So I have framed ink over there because I'm reading through it. These were gifted to me by Bat Joke, who's on Twitch with us a lot. And he sent them to me as a present to help me study, and I am so, so grateful. So wait a minute, let me try to get this straight. My camera's being weird. Okay, Understanding Comics by Scott McTeigue. I think I've read this one before, but it's nice to have my own copy. Will Eisner's Expressive Anatomy for Comics and Narrative. Will Eisner's Comics and Sequential Art. Will Eisner's Graphic Storytelling and Visual Narrative. And then Visual Storytelling, the Art and Technique. Yeah, so this one's more of a read book. So I'm gonna have to set aside time to actually read this one. It's gonna take me a while. I'm such a slow reader. But right now I'm working on framed perspective because it's, I feel, pertinent to what I'm doing right now, which is like actual panel planning. So I've already planned out the pages. I know what I want to draw in every single panel, but it's helping me kind of guide the eye or learn how to bring emotions to the reader through art, which, you know, I've always just kind of focused on, am I telling the story and is it drawn good? Happiness. Kind of a little bit more of a caveman mentality of like, we draw good. But now I'm trying to like think a lot more about leading your mind and through the story, taking you with on a journey, not just kind of obsessing about the actual lines. So I think it's really, really gonna help me a lot in this book. Yeah, right? And also I have framed perspective 1 and 2. So those I bought for myself earlier on in the year, and they have changed my life as far as perspective. It's been a weakness for me for so long, and those books explain it so well that I refer to it every day. They are like my Bible. Yeah. Okay, so let me see who is online that we can raid. So let's see. Now what it does is it says raid channel, and I can I open them in a new, it doesn't look like I can open them in a new window like I used to be able to. Huh. Okay. Let me just check something real quick. I'm going back to the old way. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Croco Guy. Just a reminder to everyone, before I leave tonight, I want you all to know that I am going to be going live on my Facebook page, Art of Dawn McTeigue, okay? And I'm going to be live on my FaceTime page, Facebook page, shopping. So I'm going to be buying all of my new art supplies that I need to color DiVinica, and I talked to the art store that I'm gonna go buy them at, and they were like, yes, 100%, I can come in and live stream from there. Now, because I'm doing it with my phone and I haven't figured out how to do Twitch on my phone, I will be doing it on Facebook Live. So I'm gonna send you guys a link again so you can follow me on Facebook. So don't try to friend me. I don't I don't really pay any attention to or respond to friend requests or messages, barely, on my personal page. It's dead. Go to my art page. So I just sent the link right there. And I will be there live streaming my shopping. All right, let's go raid Domo. He's still working on pages. Good night, Retro Detox. Have a good one. Huh. Looks like things are going slow. All right, so I'm gonna head out, and I love you all a ton. Let's go raid Domo Stanton. Here we go. Let's raid Domo. All right, I'm gonna go raid him. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow from the art store. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Take care. All right, time to go. See you guys later. Bye.